Hit music only.
So welcome to the Energy Startalk, Daya. Thanks for coming.
Thanks so much for having me.
How are you?
I'm good. We just flew into Berlin this morning, so it's really nice out, and it looks cool. It looks like a cool city, so I hope to spend more time here.
And before we start with the real interview, I've got a little questionnaire for you, so we get to know you a little better.
Cool.
Don't worry, easy questions.
Yeah.
Beginning with the first one, your full name, please.
My full name is Grace Martine Tandon, and that's not anything like Daya, I know, but Daya is a Hindi translation of Grace. So that's where I found it online.
Your place of birth.
I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the United States.
And 3 character traits how friends would describe you.
Chill. Wait, how my friends will describe me?
Yeah.
Okay. I always have to say, creative, chill, and fun.
Sounds good. The first record you bought? Or the first download?
Yeah, it was probably a download. I was really into U2 when I was younger because my dad got me into them. So probably one of their old albums.
The first concert you've been to?
The first concert was probably Coldplay, I want to say. They came to Pittsburgh early on, and I was in love with them. I love that band.
And do you remember your first show that you played or the first public appearance?
I do. It was actually in a bar, and I was 9 years old, and it was really random, but it was for this camp that I did over the summer, and I was just paired with these 2 guys. They were my bandmates, and we just put together a 3-song set and performed. It was part of a program, so I remember it was really close to my house. It was 10 minutes away, but it was a bar.
How, from a scale from 1 to 10, how stage fright are you?
I don't really get stage fright mainly because I do a lot of rehearsals and I feel comfortable with my songs. So I don't know. I get more nervous when I'm performing in front of small groups than large groups.
And the biggest compliment you got for your music so far?
The biggest compliment was probably that my voice is unique, which is really cool to hear as an artist because there are so many people in this business trying to make it, and it's cool to have a different sound than everyone else.
And what are your talents and hobbies apart from the music?
I love my hobbies. I love traveling, which is cool because I can do both at the same time, and I love just being active. I ran cross country and track in high school, and love hiking, stuff like that.
And coming from the talents and hobbies to the bad habits, do you have some?
Bad habits? Let's see. Bad habits. What are my bad habits? I guess what do I do? That's annoying. I'm probably just self-deprecating a lot, just making fun of myself, but in a bad way. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't really think of one right now, but
don't worry. And coming to music now, you knew quite early on you wanted to do music. Is that right?
Yeah, I did know really early on. I started playing the piano at age 3 and was really into music. It was a huge part of my life, and I started just picking up other instruments before I even started singing.
And what else do you play? I read that you're really a multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah, I play the guitar and the ukulele, and I also played the saxophone for a bit in school.
And is it true that you have actually a classical education in music?
Yeah, I started out taking classical piano lessons and learning a lot of music theory, and then it kind of turned into more. I took jazz for a little bit, and then I kind of switched over to pop.
And are you still in love with classical music?
Yeah, I do. I don't really listen to it that much, but I do enjoy occasionally just playing classical music on the piano.
And how or when did you discover pop music or making pop music for you?
Pop music came into my life a couple of years ago. I just started doing covers of other artists and posting that and doing shows, and then I started making my own pop music just about a year ago. So this is all kind of new. And I went out to LA to just record a couple of songs, and that was when I really started.
And you were invited for a songwriting session in LA.
Yeah.
How did you tell your parents, or how did your parents react to that? I mean, how did you tell your parents?
They reached out to me. So it was this guy that I knew through someone I knew in Pittsburgh, and he just emailed me or something. He was like, "Hey, why don't you come out for a songwriting session?" And my parents were like, what is this about? They weren't really sure, but they've been my number one supporters since the very beginning. They were the ones like dragging me to lessons when I was younger. And so they were like, okay, like we'll let you go out for this like 3-day thing or something. And it ended up turning into this. So I'm really happy I did.
And so you've now have Hideaway, your first single here. And tell us a bit about it. What's the song about? What does it mean to you?
Yeah, Hideaway is just basically about kind of waiting around for that right guy who's respectful of you and treats you well. And I think that's really important for people to hear, because there are so many negative messages in the media and with songs and everything in culture these days, that it's important just to be reminded that you should be like respected, and as like a woman especially, just be in relationships with mutual trust and everything.
And are you already working on an album?
Yeah, the full length is in the works. It should be out in a couple months. I'm really excited for what the songs that are on it.
So what can you already give us, a little hint what we can expect on it?
Yeah, it'll be kind of a continuation of the EP that I have out right now on iTunes and Spotify. It's going to be kind of the same like upbeat empowerment themes, and then there are going to be some like more chill songs and some more electronic electro pop songs.
And you said that you were doing it for the last year only. And what has changed the most during the last year for you?
My whole life has changed. I would probably say that like I was in high school last year, and I'm still in high school, but I'm taking this online class to finish it up. So it's crazy that I'm not seeing my friends every single day like I was last year. And I never go home, really, is a thing. Like I'm never really home, and I'm always sleeping in a different place.
And it's actually the first time here in Berlin, you said, but it's not the first time in Germany.
No, it's not. I've been to Germany before.
And you've got, relatives here, right?
Yeah, my grandma, my dad's mom, is originally from here, so she still has family in Oldenburg, and so we went there a couple years ago to visit.
So how was your German then?
My German? I can say like 3 words. I can say Dankeschön. Dankeschön, is that right? And I don't know, I gotta touch up on it, because I completely forgot since the last time I was here. Apfelsaft. Pfannkuchen. Pancakes.
Yep. What about German food? Do you have a favorite German food then?
Favorite German food? I love German breakfast. Like I remember just like loving that when I came here, because you have the toast, you have like the cheeses and the jams and everything, like just good spreads. Like I miss that from last time I was here.
And how is it actually to travel with your music? I mean, combining your hobby and...
It's really just amazing. It's such a good feeling. I feel like I'm just living a dream, honestly, that I get to go different places, and especially abroad. Like I love traveling overseas, so it's just been really special.
And what's your most favorite spot
in the world?
In the world,
I went to, well, Germany's a pretty cool place. Germany's definitely up there, and I also went to New Delhi, because my dad's dad is from India originally, so we have family there too. And I went there a couple years ago, and that was really cool too.
And when you travel, do you have a ritual, kind of? Because for me, I go to supermarkets, for example, in every country that I visit, because it's super different and super cool stuff.
A ritual? Yeah, I mean, I always just like to experience the different cultures and different foods, I guess. I like to just immerse myself in like what it's like to be someone from that country. So just eating the food, the native foods and stuff.
And so what's happening next for you? Where are you going next? What's the plan? Are you coming back on tour?
Hopefully I'll have a tour soon. I just came off one. It was my first tour, but I was opening in the US. And so hopefully after the album and everything, I might consider a headlining show, and then soon the world tour, I hope, because that'd be awesome.
So then thanks for coming, and we hope to see you soon on your world tour.
Thank you. I hope to see you guys too.
Thanks.
Hit music only. Energy. Hit music only.